So, what's up, guys? This is my first video. Not gonna do much, just really, even though it came out a while ago. Just gonna keep forgetting that I don't have the game sound on to conserve space for fraps. I was answering the annoying vendors. Their dialogue can be annoying sometimes, which is why I randomly sounded off like a moron. Anyway, aside from that, point of this video, the first of many hopefully, and please subscribe and comment, is going to be oh god, not again. Is going to be to really not fully compare SWTOR and WoW, but to maybe give why I personally like SWTOR more than WoW, and why I think people, even though if they're diehard WoW players, should really throw this game a bone and play it for a bit, because it is deserved of. It does deserve that. Just came in for a Warzone. I think as a WoW player, I stopped playing a good. Stopped playing in September. So WoW player of around 3-4 years, and you know, I didn't play that long compared to some people. I got sick of it, and I think one of the main attractions at the start definitely is that you know, the Old Republic is fresh, and that's definitely deleted scenes in New Phantom Menace. It's still a crappy movie, but now having a fresh MMO is nice, and I think that you have to give some credit for that, even if it is an MMO. You know, and that content eventually will run out, but the story base is important, and that varies. And you know, with a story aspect, it will take you a long time to run out of it, especially considering 4 different stories across 2 factions, so really 8 stories. And if you take Light and Dark into account, as some people have, I wish I had that speeder. You really have 16 stories. So you know, your side quests, they stay the same, and they're really not that bad, but they make sense. So you know, I don't think that the repetitiveness, the grinding factor that you really get in WoW, which literally for me that made me want to grind my teeth down at times, and I'm not complaining about it, because that's just a fact of life in MMOs, and people who stop playing MMOs simply because they don't like the grind, well, you know, that's probably a good thing, because then MMOs aren't for you, because that's just a way of life. I think what SWTOR does well is it kind of gives you the illusion that isn't there. Yeah, and you know, the careful observer will notice that it is, but you know, it's nice to really become immersed in the story and like care about what you're doing instead of going out and randomly killing and getting boar tusks, if you know what I mean. I think for vanity's sake, the gear looks a bit better. And I'm not trying to rip on WoW. I haven't played WoW since Zanalari, so I can't tell you about that. No, since they brought out Ragnaros and all that Molten Front stuff, which was fun. I haven't played since then. and I haven't done raids since BOT, that stuff. But I think the gear in this game, I really like the look of it. I think there's a great diversity in the gear. The gear customization works well, and that even beyond the gear, most gear has enhancements that you really can work with and that people can make, so that when they do kind of enhance the Galactic Trade Network, which is the equivalent of WoW Auction House or Rift Auction House, the player base economy will get better. And even now at high levels it is very good, even though it is at this point a lot of it happens within the high level guilds, which is almost expected. So yeah, the gear looks good. I mean, I have this stuff waiting in my box. The companion system, I think is cool. I mean, I can have... Well, let's X that out so we can see my companions. I have a Wookiee companion. Risha, she's a bitch. Droid, and then Corso Riggs, who's retarded. If you like Star Wars, you're gonna like this game. Just because the way it follows the story, they did that well. They should have made a movie out of this instead of the crap that was 1, 2, and 3. That's a different topic for different videos, because I absolutely hated those things, and we won't speak of them. George Lucas, whatever. What's going on with this queue? This is way too long, and I'm doing absolutely nothing. Let's go on different. The speeders are kind of cool. I'm on my gunslinger right now, which is an advanced class of the scoundrel. And the advanced classes actually do add an element of more differentiation into it. That is, it's nice that you can have scoundrels and you have gunslingers, for example, and they're both looking for cunning gear, but with different modifiers on it. And then the 4 stats and presence is it's kind of hiding there, but we don't really want it. Strength, aim, cunning, endurance, and willpower. Endurance is stamina. Stamina's my main stat. Every class has its one major stat. For smugglers, it's cunning. Cunning raises all this stuff, whereas, ooh, yay. Strength, meh. No, but see, if I was a Jedi Knight, I would, oh, yes, it's not hot ball. I would love to have strength all over the place, which I think I like that. It keeps the gear simple, and I didn't have trouble. Shut up, Satil Shan. I didn't have trouble understanding gear at any point in WoW or other games for that matter. I just say WoW because I play it. I'm not trying to rip on people who play WoW. I played Rift a lot too. Fell through. But when it gets very complicated, it gets to the point where it's annoying. I would rather just, have one thing, because they all are really doing the same thing. With Battlegrounds, originally, actually, it was what they did was everyone got scaled up to 50. And this is where they kind of fucked it up. Everyone got scaled to 50 and fought in the same battlegrounds, even when people were 50. And they did that so some of the lower pop servers, population servers, could, have more battlegrounds and wouldn't get stuck in Hutball, which is BioWare's way of making sure battlegrounds are always going on. Because I'm not going to make lorically a adjective, or whatever part of speech I think is adjective. But in order for a battleground to make sense in, in terms of lore, they made this like death sport, and so two Republic groups, death sport that was hosted by a hut, and two Republic groups can play each other. So it wouldn't make sense if two Republic groups were playing this Warzone and fighting each other for it. Now the problem with Hutball is, on some of those lower population servers, people play it all the time. And I used to be on one of those servers. I transferred off it and just re-rolled. And, it just was really boring. But eventually, when people started getting into that high 50 gear, they were just rolling everything. So in 1.1, they gave 50s their own bracket, which was nice. For 50s on heavy servers, high population servers. I don't know how it was for low population servers, for those 50s. But now, things, now that it's 1 to 49 and everything's scaled to level 49, it's very balanced. In that term, I'm not talking about class balance. I don't like that word. What dealt 2.5k damage? That's a lot of damage. We don't have arenas in the WoW sense yet, so don't expect that. Arenas, the war zones are fun, and they award commendations which eventually can get good turned in at higher levels for very high amounts for very good gear. And then after that you get different forms of gear, and you know that same way it works in other games. All these crazy commendations and crazy badges and all that crap. That's kind of dumb. What the fuck are you doing? Fuck you. There's world PvP on Ilum. That's fairly good. The operations are good. I like them. People may disagree with me, but I think they're good. They could use a bit of work, but they're fun. The flashpoints, which are your WoW dungeons, your Rift dungeons, they're very fun too. What else can I think of? Companions, yeah. Crafting system, which you can actually use companions for, is nice because you can send, I can send. Now, notice I have to pay credits. Snuck up behind these guys. And is nice because you don't have to run around grinding for crafting materials, even though you can pick up the basic crafting materials while you're leveling. What I won't be showing right now is space combat missions. You get eventually, after you finish your prologue, each class gets a specific type of ship, and in that ship, in addition to being able to travel anywhere in the galaxy, you can complete different space missions, which in the they're daily, the bonuses from them. But you got a ton of experience and stuff from them, and ship commendations and awards and all types of stuff. And the space missions themselves look really fun. And I don't like that word, missions. But, PvP balance. It's getting worked on. But, you know, like I said, I think that no guide or review from a WoW player, SWTOR player, Rift player, any type of player can do this type of game justice. I think that what you really have to do is, you know, just kind of bite the bullet. And if you like the look of it, just play it, you know, and you're kind of gonna like see for yourself. I would recommend it. I would just recommend, even if you are still a WoW player, just kind of take a break, breath of fresh air, and I think you'll be impressed. I mean, I can't guarantee it, but I think you will. Anyway, we're gonna win this, and this is a glorified Strand of the Ancients. But because they're not gonna. But that's about it for today. That was just a general video, so I think my next videos are going to be a lot more focused, and I don't know. So again, like and subscribe, and if you want a specific video, send me a message or comment, and I'll try and do it. Thanks.